Like it or not, a UFO, or at least the specter of aliens, put Roswell, New Mexico on the map. Roswell is basically in the middle of nowhere, but the attraction to what's out there is strong enough to lure more than 175,000 people a year to this UFO museum in the heart of the town.
I'm a believer. I believe it really did happen, and that there is a major cover-up, yes.
This much is agreed upon. In early July of 1947, some kind of wreckage was found on a ranch about 70 miles outside of the city. The U.S. military first said it was a flying saucer. Then, quicker than you can say E.T., the Army backtracked and said it was just the remnants of a weather balloon. To this day, people wonder, of all the places on Earth, why would aliens pick rural New Mexico to visit?
It was as though someone else was very interested in our military potential at that time. I mean, we weren't having sightings over Manhattan. We were having them over proving grounds and test sites and where the atomic bomb had been detonated.
Don Schmidt is an author who has written a number of books on Roswell. He claims to have interviewed 600 or so people associated with the event. Schmidt is convinced this was the trigger that interested aliens in our world. The atomic age was ushered in at the Trinity site, just a few hours' drive from where the UFO allegedly crashed. Despite not having 1 ounce of tangible proof, people believe.
I think you look at the government in general and all the things that they cover up, and it's just, I think it's inspiring that there are people who are truly just out of their heart searching for the truth.
Others argue they are truly out of their heads searching for answers.
Each year, there are roughly 70,000 reported UFO sightings. That breaks down to 192 each day. Yet there has not been one confirmed case of an actual UFO entering the Earth's atmosphere. At least, not that we know of. Laughed at or ridiculed for decades, many people who are believers now point to studies that show nearly 50% of the people in the United States are convinced UFOs are real.
As the only registered lobbyist in Washington, D.C. on extraterrestrial issues, Stephen Bassett says he's fighting for an end to the truth embargo. Others call that the Washington cover-up.
We're in the majority at this point. What we don't have on our side is the Pentagon, the President, and the New York Times.
There's one other thing UFO believers don't have: any physical proof at all that aliens have been here.
We still need to find a piece of physical evidence. That's always been the dilemma, the main obstacle for even the surviving witnesses. It was just their testimony.
So until they get their hands on that evidence, or aliens come in from the dark, believers will have to continue poring over old newsprint, grainy photos, and sticking to their imagination. Sean Caleb's CCTV, Roswell, New Mexico.